guys, this is Davey Boy 1970. I want to talk about something. I was watching this video the other day, and it was a video of taken from some surveillance cameras from a local prison that's actually only about 4 or 5 miles up the road north of here. And it was a situation where you could see there was a prison guard that was escorting two prisoners either back to or from their cells. And it looked like it was in maybe a bigger room because you could see some tables. There was a few prisoners sitting at these tables. I don't know if it was a lunchroom or type of rec room or hall or something. But all of a sudden in the video you see the prison guard, all of a sudden you see him cover up his face and then curl down to the ground in a fetal position. And then instantly the two prisoners start attacking him, literally beating him to death. You can see him just pounding on his back. And then you see another prisoner come up, sitting down at one of the tables. He quick gets up and runs over there and starts beating the crap out of this prisoner guard also. So now you've got three prisoners attacking one prison guard while he's curled up on the ground in a fetal position, totally helpless, trying to protect himself. These three prisoners are just kicking him, beating him on the back with their arms, with their legs, doing everything they can, practically killing the guy. I did hear that he was okay. And then all of a sudden you see another prison guard come running into the situation, and he gets about 5 feet away, and then he stops, covers up his eyes like this, turns around and kind of stumbles away, and then goes off to camera where you don't see him anymore. And then you see another prison guard come running in, and he gets into the situation and breaks it up. But what had happened was one of the prisoners had gotten a hold of a cup of boiling hot water. A cup of boiling hot water, and actually thrown it in the prison guard's face, instantly blinding him. Of course, a cup of boiling hot water in your face burned him, blinded him, so then he curled up and went to the ground, and that's when they started beating the crap out of him. And then the third prisoner came in and started helping beat the crap out of his prison guard. Well, then, when the other prison guard started coming into the situation and got maybe about 5 feet away, that's when you see him cover up his eyes and go stumbling away, because one of the prisoners had gotten a hold of the mace out of the first prison guard's pouch and got it in his hand and was spraying that guard in the face as he was coming to try to stop the situation. So he's got mace in his eyes, so he's instantly blinded and is totally helpless. And then the third prison guard comes in, and finally they get the situation under control. But my question was, I had talked to a friend of mine that works in the prison situation, and I had asked him, well, answer me this question, because it got me so confused. How was a prisoner able to get a hold of a cup of boiling hot water so that he was able to throw it in the prison guard's face? Well, I was told that some of the prisoners have microwaves in their units, in their cells. They have microwaves in their unit. So he must have gotten a hold of that cup of water from his cell and then was able to throw it in the prison guard's face, which instantly blinded him, allowing them to be able to beat the crap out of him. So now, what's got me confused and wondering is, how is it that that these prisoners are allowed to have these luxuries? A microwave in their unit, in their cell. These are laws these are men and women that are placed in a prison situation because they have broken laws that are governments, that are states, that are representatives, that have put together these laws so that when people do things wrong, they have consequences to pay. Now, these are serious prisons. This is actually a prison. So it's either a state or a federal prison that these men and women are placed in because they have committed crimes and broken laws such as murder, rape, drugs, numerous different things, that these men and women have committed crimes and broken laws that have been written in books by governments, by states, by presidents, And even back to, thousands of years back, the day of Moses when he wrote the Ten Commandments. You know, rape, murder, lying, stealing, all of these things are even in the Ten Commandments, written thousands of years ago. So, we have to pay the consequences. So these are men and women that are placed in a prison situation because they have broken laws, such as murder, rape, drugs, burglary, robbing, stealing other people's things, and they're placed in these prisons because they have done these things wrong. Now, what I'm confused about is why are they allowed to have these things? Why are they having microwaves? Some of them have TVs in actually have TVs in their units. Some of them have internet. Some of these men and women have the luxuries of, they have fancy dinners. They're allowed to even go out into society and do things with society, like working or going out to enjoy a movie or bowling or anything like that. Now, our tax money is paying for all this. So, but yet there's people out in the streets right now that are out in society, that don't have these luxuries. Because as we all know, our economy right now is really struggling. And there's people out there, even myself, or even I have family that's losing their jobs. Companies are closing down, and these big major companies are shutting down because they can't afford it anymore because our economy's going to hell. So then people are losing their jobs. There's people that are losing their homes because of our government situation that happened years back with the Fannie Mae and all that. And there's people that are having to go on welfare, people that are having to go on unemployment, and they can't afford to have a TV, a microwave, all of these luxury things. So, I'm wondering, why is there men and women in a prison situation that have these things when there's people out there that are perfectly normal, law-abiding citizens that haven't done anything wrong, but yet they're suffering? Why are we paying for that? Why are our taxes and our money going to pay for these prisoners that have done things wrong, like murder, killing somebody, raping somebody, all of these things? And we're paying for that, but yet our government's, not doing much about the people that are out there on the streets that don't have these things, that are struggling to even put food on the table and feed their families, feed their kids, starving people. I'd like some comment on anybody that has any comment on this, because this is basically all just my opinion. Everything that I'm saying is just my opinion. So, whatever you guys think, comment me and let me know what you guys think about this. Give me some input. Comment me, whether it be positive or negative. Talk about this. I'd like to know. So, any comments are welcome.